I think Prakshal, you've gone through the resume, no? His resume.
Yes, sir, just now, just I opened just 5 minutes earlier only.
Okay, okay, no, okay, okay. Abhishek. So today, just I introduce your the interviewer, today's interviewer, Prakshal Jain. So he's from 2021 batch from WIT, and he has gone through so many companies recruitment process, and he has placed in 2 3 companies in Infosys with a 5 lakh package, and he has some positive and negative. Like he initially he was rejected in some of the companies, and later he overcome with those some negative points, and he placed in 2 3 companies. Okay, so he
Yes,
has a good experience in the industry, and even in day to day he used to search the different other jobs also, even though he is placed in a with a good package. Okay, so I welcome you, Prakshal, and we'll start the this mock interview.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
introducing me, sir.
yeah.
That was one like one good introduction. Good evening, Abhishek. So
good
can we
evening,
start the
Prakshal.
interview?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So how are you? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fine now because first mock interview was taken by the next sir, and also I have given one persistent interview. So I'm so calm before the interview.
So what this is your like first interview or the second interview? Like actual interview, not the mock.
So it will be my second interview for Infosys. So
Okay,
first,
okay,
first I have given for persistent for base package. So this will be my second interview.
okay. For the 5 lakh package, right?
Yes, 5 lakh package.
Okay. Can you introduce yourself to me without the educational background? Like, don't
Yes.
mention the educational background. You can introduce me.
First of all, thank you so much for giving me opportunity. Myself, Abhishek Basuraj Kanchetti. I am pursuing BTech in Information Technology from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. My interests are watching the cricket and listening to podcast. My family comprises of my mother, my sister, and myself. And I love to do programming in Python. Thank you.
Okay, that was good. Uh, can you explain how many technologies have you worked in the past? Like, you mentioned the projects. So I'm guessing you are experienced in like C, C++, and Python. So can you explain me your projects? Like, how many projects have you done in the past 3 years?
Yes, sure. So for third year mini project, I have done means we have done one project as a team. So its name was DigiVote, a smart and secure electoral services portal. Basically, the technology stack was there: Django framework, then HTML, CSS as a front end, and for database used database SQLite3 is used there. So what I have done there? So basically, we want to take there the digitalized election. So for that purpose, we have divided our project into two tasks. Two main important things in the election. First was the to do the registrations of the voter, and second task is to take the election. Okay, so during the implementation, we have definitely we have done this as a module only. So we have built one module where we will be logging into our voter registration. First we will be doing the voter registration, and then their account will be created, and they will be signing in to their account, and they will be able to there will be we have given the two options. One is to take part in election, and second is to see the result of the election. And second model was the admin panel control. So admin control we have given for managing all the voters, and then second the function of the admin was to start election, and also to publish the result. So as this way we have built our digivote. And there was some important feature in that mini project. We have used the SMTP server in Django. So this was the main security feature in our project. So what we have done during the registration, we have taken the information of the voter. So voter has the three main things. One is Aadhaar card, one is mobile number, and one is email ID. So we have considered all three things, and we have verified their email, and we have sent the one time password, that is OTP, on their email, and we have verified. So for this process we have used the SMTP server. And during the election also, so election is a very important thing. So before election he should be verified, he's there or not. So that's why we have also there also we have verified that means we have sent the OTP on their email, and we have checked if he enters the correct OTP, then only he can vote in the election, otherwise he will be not able to vote. So this was about the voters. And about the admin control. When the admin will start the election, then only the voter will be able to participate in that election. And when admin will means publish the result, then only voter will be able to see the result. So this was our project about the DigiVote. Second project, this was done in the third year. So this was our mini project. And second project was the electoral system. Basically in the second year only, we have thought the ideas, means we have thought the ideas of electoral system, how we can take the electoral system. So from second year we have implemented that idea into third year. We have started in the second year as to do the basic part, voter registration in the C++. There was only backend, there was no front end. So we were giving the input on the console only. So during that voter registration we have used the lot of things, means Aadhaar card, we have taken the input Aadhaar card, mobile number, and all that stuff. Also we have created password and all that stuff. And we have verified that he's entering, means of course by using try and catch block there, means exception handlings and all that stuff. And for voting, that was because this was the small project in second year. For voting we have used the static implementation of counters. And there was
Okay.
the demo of 5 candidates, and we have incremented the counter. And the third project was in the second year only. So that was the billing software. So what we have did in that billing software, that we have used the file concept again here. What we are doing, that we are taking the whatever the user required, means what are the product required, he will be entering into the console. Then we have calculated all the stuff, like means sum of the bill, then adding the GST, adding the what
Okay.
you can say home delivery, then if he's paying the online, or if he's paying with the cash, and all that stuff by using the text file we have did. And similar format as we get from the DMart, the billing, like that we have similar structure built in that notepad also. And also we have stored the data of the what you can say customer, because as we know DMart also sends the customer if 10% off on Wednesday, like that. So we have stored the data, all contact information in text file, so we can manage them with the that we can communicate with the customer also. So this was about my three projects.
So in the billing software, so but have you given, like as you said that the 10% discount facilities, or have you shown in the to the customer?
Yes, yes. We have shown in the customer. We have shown in the customer, and also when we are finalizing that bill, so we have shown that 10% discount was given on that, and like that. And also GST was that time I think 8% or something on different material. Different GST was there, no. So we have shown in the bill that that percent of
Uh,
GST and all that stuff.
okay. So have you what are the like technologies you use in backend for this, for the billing?
Only C
Only
language
only
only.
okay.
And this was the backend only, we have not built the front end because this
Okay.
was in the small project scale.
So like how you store the data for that like for the particular customer for the particular bill?
Yes, for particular customer we have stored in the file directly. We
Okay, okay. On
what we
okay,
are.
okay, okay. You have used the file concept. Like only you have created a text file and you have stored it in the details of a customer.
Yes, yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. For the DigiVote, I have like one question. Like you have you what are the entities? Like I like to know the entities you have used for the entity for the admin part and for the like for the view of the voter of a particular voter.
Yes. So means for admin panel, what we are trying to do that there was the two entities we have given for that. First is the result and second is the election. Okay, so we need to give the control of these two things, and also the of course Django has a very good feature that it gives the control on all the users.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
yes. So these three things, these three entities were given to that admin panel, and for voter, what we done that there for registration we have considered one entity as voter registration. Then for second thing was that
So
he will be
I have
taking that. Yes, yes,
sorry to
sir.
interrupt you, Abhishek. Sorry, but like how is the voter registered in your database? Like what are the verification fields you have used in that entity?
Yes, for verification, first we will be showing the registration form to them. First, he need
Okay,
to enter the all the Aadhaar card, then mobile number, then email ID. What we did
okay,
there, so I have not mentioned it. Sorry, so I will mention it now. So we are checking the first thing, basic things. Aadhaar card will be 12 digit, mobile number will be 10 digit only,
okay,
and email
okay,
ID is valid or not. So also we have checking that email ID, Aadhaar card number, and mobile number is present in database or not. So we have applied the unique constant over there. Then also what we did over there that we also validated the age, because age is the main factor. If your age is 18 or greater than 18, then only he will be able to take the part in the election only. So we have also because we are taking the DOB, so we calculated from that DOB his age is greater than or 18 or not. Then we have of course given the fields of password and confirm password, and then he will be registering to our portal. But before registering there was a security feature of OTP that I have
okay,
mentioned earlier, SMTP, sir.
okay. Like after registering, like suppose I am a voter. So after I
Yes.
registered in your like in this, what is like it's a application or like application, no? Okay, so
Yes,
in
yes.
web application, so would I be getting my unique voter ID?
Yes, on your email we will be sending the voter ID. So as a
Okay,
basic part, we have implemented the voter ID. We are trying to build the PDF of your voter card, and we will be trying now. At this moment, we have only sent the unique voter ID to the mail. But what we are doing that our future scope is that we need to send the actual voter ID as because how we get the voter ID. So we are trying for that only.
okay. Like one thing I want to know, like the admin can conduct an election, like for
Yes.
government, and what are the like non-government election? What are the events of that? What are you thinking of that non-government elections?
So what we did there, so we want to bring some innovation in that, because some things, because there will be the election in the company also. Okay, so there is
Okay, okay,
example that secretary post or something like that, or there can be the election in college also for student president or something like that. So our application should be useful from government to non-government. All the scope we can try to cover that, all that what you can say sectors, and that's why we have used that government and non-government.
okay. So you are covering both government and non-government sectors
Yes,
for
yes,
the voting. Okay. As like you have previously worked on this like electoral system, so you have only used that Excel sheets for
yes,
that storing data, and now you have overcome that in using a database, proper database. So
yes,
which type of database in like you are using inbuilt Django database?
yes. In build Django database, SQLite 3, but we can also use
Okay.
MySQL database also,
Yeah,
because
yeah. That like for the security purpose, like if you're using SQLite 3, so like any voter information can be leaked. Like you are no problem. You are registering a proper OTP verification, no problem.
yes,
But if data has to be breached, if data is breached, then the local like SQL3, is a serverless. Only it uses Django as a framework, so it will not be like secured. So,
yes,
for the voting purposes and for basically like for the government, it has to be like unique and not a security less purpose. So work on that. Like for the future, you have done a great work for the mini project. but on you can also work for it at the final year project or for the future scope. You can like you can also explore different elections as you said for the non-government sector.
Yes, that will we will be considering that also, because this was the small scale application, so that's why we have the SQLite 3. But we also connected our database to MySQL server, so we are
Okay.
trying for that only, MySQL server.
So like total, how many entities like admin you have used to for the like for the voter you have used like on only registration and you are like login in. So how will
Yes.
the voter know that the admin has conducted the election?
Yes. So when voter will be logging into our portal, there will be two options. First option will be the taking part in election, and second is the result. When he click on the election, so then if suppose admin has what you can say that turn on the election button, we have given the button, so that's why I'm mentioning button. When admin will be turning on that election button, then only he will be displaying the what you can say which for which post the elections are available. Suppose prime minister is there, so prime minister will be visible. Suppose for chief minister is there, chief minister will be visible over there. But suppose if you have not turned on the button of election, then there will be the message as election has not started yet. Similar functionality we have used for the results also. If admin has published the results, then only he can see. Otherwise it will show the message as admin has not published the results, so you cannot see the results. So that will be there.
Okay, that's good. Have you considered like if a voter has voted twice, like that factor,
Yes,
duplicate votes?
we have also considered a voter will be what you can say voting only one time for that particular position. Means there can be the multiple what you can say positions, means chief minister, prime minister, but for prime minister he will be voted only one time. So we have taken the consideration of that only.
Okay, that's good. Like going to your resume, you have done internship for like Django Python web framework. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, you are like you are familiar with the Python? Uh,
Yes, I'm more
yes.
familiar with the Python.
Okay. Okay. Like I will give you some basic type of questions. Like
Yes.
my name is this.
Should I share the screen?
Like typing in the chat box just after that.
Okay,
Should I?
fine.
So you have to output this. Just a basic screen question.
Okay, fine. So first we will be taking the input by using the input function.
Can you
Then
share the screen like
yes, so that will be more flexible. So I will share the screen. So
Yeah,
is my screen visible?
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
Abhishek.
visual.
Yes. So I will be doing on online Python. Yes. So sir, my screen is visible
Yeah,
now.
you just press
Yes, yes, yes.
Control plus plus. You increase the browser size.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So what we will be doing? So we'll be taking the input.
Abhishek, I have given you the input. Just prepare a
So
logic and just go through the code direct.
okay, fine. And now what we'll be doing? We will be splitting with the space. Then we will be getting the two list. In the list, we will be getting the two as Prakshal and Jain. Then we will be reversing that list and printing. So we will be reversing that list and then we will be printing. So sorry. So I need to mention here temp. So this is the logic for reversing the list, and this we are splitting the list. So I will be getting that. So if I want only So Jain Prakshal. So my output is correct. But if I want only Jain and Prakshal,
Yes,
then I can iterate through that and I will printing that. So as only space is there, so what we will be doing, we will be ending with the space and then we will get the yes. So we will be
okay.
getting yes.
Okay, good. Are you familiar with the palindrome
Yes,
functionality?
yes, yes.
So, like, take any number, like one to
Okay.
one.
Should
Uh,
I
I wa-
should I should I erase this code or
yeah. No problem. Yeah.
okay?
I have
So
given you the chat box input. Like, I want to find the next palindrome, not the check the palindrome. I have to check that it is the next palindrome. What is the next palindrome of this?
okay.
Do you get my like question? What is the next palindrome?
Yes, yes. I'm yes. So
So what
after after
first of all, excuse me, hello, Abhishek.
yes, yes.
First of all, tell me like what will be the next palindrome, like roughly, without.
So next palindrome will be one T. So 212 means I don't know. I am if I go to sequence, then I will get. So I am just specifying one palindrome 212. So
No,
before
no.
that, there will be there.
Like, do you know the palindrome?
One, yes, one yes 131 is my answer is
yeah. You get it right. Like, so if any number is given to you as an input, so like I have to want to find that it is what will be the next palindrome of this.
okay.
So
So can I do that?
yeah.
Okay. So okay. What we can do here. So we can use one approach here. Then what we can do. I will try to use a simple approach.
Okay.
So what I am doing here. So first I will typecast to string and then I will be what I'm doing here. I will be reversing that string. So reversing again same.
Good.
So first I have converted to string, then I am reversing, then I am checking that temp1 is equal to temp2. If yes, then I will be printing the palindrome and I will be breaking out. If not, then what I am doing? So I will be typecasting temp to again enter because above we have typecasted that. And what I am doing there, I will be incrementing them by one. So this is the hard approach. So what you can say brute force approach. So
Yeah.
I'm doing this first time for program, so I will check it.
No problem. Uh, be relaxed and
Okay, so I need to print that number. Okay, so that was my mistake here. So I will print the temp one or temp to anything. So 131. So this
okay. Yeah. that's what I like. It's a brute force approach. Like it will, you have given a while loop. So, for the future, for the proper interview, just given a the search and given a try and optimized solution.
Yes, yes.
Which interviewer panelist might ask you what will be the time complexity or can you give an optimized solution for this?
Yes, definitely. I will try. Yes.
Okay, for the next part, okay, you are familiar with okay. You have worked on like Python and C++. What are the differences and what would you prefer for working in the future?
So yes, there, if you ask me what is the difference between Python and C++,
Yeah, yeah.
then so Python is a what you can say. Main difference is that Python is interpreted language. So what there is interpreter that converts the what you can say interprets the meaning of the each line and execute it. But in C++, there is a concept of called as compiler. What is done in C++ that first when we write the code and store as .cpp extension file, then that file is converted to .exe what you can say intermediate code, sorry, by using the compiler. Then when we compile that code, then the compiler checks for the syntax error or semantics error like that, and then we run it that .exe file, then we run it. So there is a difference of compiler and interpreter in the Python and C++. Other than that, also there is difference you can say that Python, in Python language, we need very less lines of code to write anything, some function or line. But in C++,
Okay.
we need the more lines of code. So for you can say, of course, both are the object-oriented languages only. But you can say that we can use Python for rapid development, and also we can also use the C++ for applications. But
Okay.
the development of the application will be, if we are expert in C++, then that will be also fine. But for rapid development, mainly we use the Python. Also, there are the lots and lots of application of C++, because now I think more than 50% now all the what you can say enterprises or companies uses the Java and C++. So there are the lots of applications of C++, and also it is strong as well. So we can use both, but according to what you can say a requirement we can use. If I need or when I have only means given a very time limitation that in the 10 days or something like that time constant, then for rapid development I will be using the Python. But suppose there are different scenarios that favors the C++, then I will be using the C++ language for project development.
Okay. For your views, for rapid development for a short time project, you will use Python. For a big time, like for a big project, you will use C++.
Yes, so Python also can be used as I have
Okay.
done the internship in Django framework. So it
Okay.
has the
Okay.
main advantage like for rapid development we can use, and of course for small scale applications and large scale. So Instagram, YouTube, these are the very large applications, and they are implemented using the Django and Python framework. So for large also and for small also we can use for the rapid development. So in my opinion, like I am presenting that C++ and C++ and Python, both are most useful languages and most widely used languages. But according to what you can say requirement, we can use both, means
Okay. Okay.
Python or C++.
Okay. You are familiar with Django. Have you listen a word Flask in Python? Flask
Yes,
framework.
yes, I have. Of course, I have learned. Means I have not learned properly, but I have listened that word Flask framework.
Do,
What is
like
it? Yes,
do you know the difference between Django and Flask? Like a
yes,
basic difference, just to know that you are known of, like basic difference.
yes. So what you can say in Django, custom admin panel is present in Django. Means already admin panel is there. We can customize also, but in Flask there is no what you can say admin panel present. We need to build on ourselves. And also in Django framework means lots of things are readily available. So that's why for rapid development we use, and for large scale application we use the Django framework. But for small scale application we use the Flask framework. And for Flask what we need to do that means we need to build all the admin panel also, we need to create the databases also. But in Django, when we form our model means we write one class, then automatically that databases are created. We don't try to need any queries, but in Flask we need to write all the queries and like stuff like that. So this is the basic difference between Flask and Django.
Okay. Like, can you explain me the Django architecture, like basic Django architecture? What will be the as you created the Django project? So the prerequisite, what you should know, like what are the basic architecture of the Django?
So Django is based on the MVT architecture. So MVT stands for model view template. So normally there is, of course, we will be knowing that one architecture is their model view controller. There is a controller which controls between the model and view, but there is no such concept of controller in this MVT architecture. The all the things that is controllable, that Django, what you can say, controls, Django framework controls itself. So a model will be handling the all the operations related to the database. Then view will be the what when we render the what you can say website, whatever will be the viewing means what will be the user interface that will be viewed to the user, that part will be in the view. And for template, there we write the all the our HTTP and static files also, and also we can write we write the of course the dynamic content also for changing
Okay.
the HTML and all that stuff.
Okay. Like there are files created when you create a Django project. Like some of the files,
Yes,
like manage.py, something like that.
yes.
I don't remember exactly, but there are some files. Can you tell me like the each function of, like, I remember the init file. What does it contain in that init file? What of the Django project?
So for initialization purpose, we use that init means of course there is also constructs. We know when we use the construct that there is init construct. For constructor we use the underscore init. So for initialization purpose, this init file is there. Then manage.py is very important file to
Yeah.
start our server. Means we for starting our Django project we use the Python manage.py run server to start. So this will be one application for managing our all the what you can say application. This manage.py file is there. Also there is urls.py file is also there. There we write the mapping of HTML pages and the URL. Means
Okay.
which function, what you can say, which when we call that particular what we can say attribute, then which file should be mapped to that, which file will be called to that, means HTML pages, like that. So this is present in url.py and in settings.py. So in this project we have used the what you can say our custom model. So that's why for authentication we have used our own methods and all the what you can say things. So in settings.py we have also I have already told you we have set up the SMTP server. So all that
Yeah.
credential, my application name, my password name, I have set all their things, means port number 587, like, and also SMTP server smtp dot gmail@rate.com. So in that settings we settings.py, then these types of what you can say files are present, and there we create the different applications. So basically
Okay.
this will be the main application, and under that we will be creating the different application for different module. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in that application there will be views.py. There we are writing the all the what you can say functions, and there will be again the folder of templates where we store the all the HTML
Okay.
pages
Okay.
and all that static files and all.
Okay. That's good. Like, like, are you familiar with the like data structure? You have done the certification in data structures and algorithms.
Yes.
So, like, can you tell me? are you familiar with the trees and graphs?
Yes.
Like,
Basically,
just
trees.
the thing, can you tell me the difference between BSC and BSC and normal VT, binary T and binary search tree?
Okay. So I know about the what you can say binary tree. I
Okay,
just not able to recall not BST. I know the basic concept of trees and graphs, but in depth I don't know that. So I will try to tell you about the binary tree. So
okay,
there will be the root node, and there will be the what you can say child for each node. But for each parent, there will be a maximum only what you can say for every parent there will be two child will be there, so that's why it is called as the binary tree. So this basic information I know about the binary tree. So I know
okay,
the basic about the graph and what you can say tree, as they are the non-linear data structure and all.
yeah.
And for graph, what you can say breadth first traversal and depth first traversal is there. I know about that. If you
Okay, what is the difference between BFS and DFS? Like, just a basic difference. Like, how can you approach? How if you are given nodes question, what is the basic approach to calculate the BFS and DFS of that question?
Yes. Basically, BFS is based on the breadth first search. We will be first going to the breadth first, as its name suggests only. So that's like searching will be there, and in the depth first, we will be going to depth first of that particular graph, and will be come back and then again go to the second depth. Like that means, for example, if I say suppose one node is there A, then it has what you can say two nodes B and C. Then B has D and E, and after of for C there is F and G, suppose like that. So for first bread first, after A we will be traversing to the B and C, and then likewise we will be going, means we are visiting the bread to bread. But in the depth, when first I am visiting the A, then I will be visiting the B, then I will going into the depth as D. I will be
Okay,
visiting the
okay,
D,
okay,
and the
okay,
data structures used for the BFS will be the queue, and for DFS we use the stack there. When our
okay,
source is very nearer, then we use the BFS search. This search we use, but when our source is far from our target, then we use
yeah,
the DFS.
okay, that's good.
And
Uh,
BFS is small, what you can slower as compared to DFS, and DFS is faster as compared to BFS.
Okay. Can you tell me the real-time examples? How can we use a data structure like a array, or like suppose an array in a real-time example, like in a real-time world
Okay.
of a basic data structures?
Okay. So for array, we need array. When we store, I will give you the basic example. When we store the roll numbers, that will be in the sequence, and we need that in order only. So for that purpose, we can use the array, because we know that array is the collection of ordered elements. So
Okay, okay.
that will be the there, and by using index also, that will be very easier to access the all the student what you can say data and all that stuff.
Okay. Uh, where you can use a stack, like in a real-time example, real-time world
So
stack.
yes, so stack we can use for infix and for infix. We know the infix expression for prefix and postfix. We can use the stack. Also for solving that Tower of Hanek problem, we also can use the stack. Then also, uh, according to that,
Okay, okay,
if
okay.
I know
Okay.
about the stack.
No worries, no worries. Okay, no problem.
And
Uh,
also I know remember one in operating system also we use the queue and stack both. I mean this.
Okay, you cannot say that I can use in this. Okay, the interview will ask on the you cannot shift the from a particular to a different subject. You can for particular stack you can similar, like you can take a message of text messages, message
Yes.
logs. You are familiar, like particular text message is received. So they are working in a flow of stack, like particular photos also, like in your phone photos. These are as examples of basic. Just go through the basic real-time application. Just give an example, not go through the detail of that. How is this implemented? The interview know how it is implemented, and will know that you. It will check, you know, the real-time use of that basic data structure and where it is used.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you familiar with the OOPS concept?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me the difference between the abstraction and encapsulation, and real time world where it can be used, like how it is used.
Yeah, Prakshal.
Yes.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
sorry to interrupt. Actually, it is a this Cisco WebEx. No, it is a 15-minute duration is there for the
Okay,
conversation.
okay, sir. No problem.
Suppose if
Okay, okay, no problem.
means we can continue. No, means suppose if it is automatically if it offs, then we'll again
Okay,
will
okay.
rejoin. Is it okay?
Okay, no problem, sir.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
no, no, no problem, sir.
Okay. Yeah, and Abhishek, can you stop the sharing?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, like Abhishek, you can stop sharing now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Suppose if it
Yes.
is terminates in the middle, again I will create a one more link and I will
Okay,
share in the
okay,
WhatsApp. Okay. So now,
okay, no problem,
yeah,
sir.
Abhishek, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, abstraction is one of the most important feature in OOP. Same as encapsulation is also one of the most important feature in what you can say OOP. Basically, abstraction means showing the functionality to the user and hiding the implementation of that functionality is known as the abstraction. But in
Okay,
encapsulation, what we are doing there, it is also known as data hiding. So whatever the data members will be there that are only accessed by the class member, for implementing that, what we can do, we will be doing the private our members, data members, and we will be setting the public getter and setter method for that, implementing the encapsulation. So I will be giving the real time example. Suppose if I driving one car, I know brake means it will apply the brake, and accelerator when we pedal that accelerator, then our vehicle will be accelerated. So we know the functionalities, but in that what you can say accelerator and brakes, we don't know the how it is implemented. We only know the functionality. So this is the example of the abstraction. And in
okay,
encapsulation, I will tell one example of bank details. So when bank details are there, they are very important. So for what you can say, for data members like account number and all that stuff, account balance, we can use this private members, and we can use that setter and getter method, and with the help of this, the data will be hidden from another class and our data will be secure. So that in this way we can use the encapsulation.
okay, good. Can you tell me the difference between runtime polymorphism and compile time polymorphism, and
Yes.
which methods are you in that? What are the methods used in that?
Yes. So first is compile time polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism is also known as, these are the basically types of polymorphism. Poly means many and morphs means forms, means single name and multiple forms. So this is also one of the feature of OOP. In compile time polymorphism, it is also known as the overloading, and in runtime polymorphism, it is basically known as the overriding. Compile time polymorphism happens at the compile time, and runtime polymorphism happens at the runtime. So I will tell this concept with one example. For compile time polymorphism, suppose if I have written the two functions with the same name add, and suppose I am passing the two parameters to one function and three parameters to another function. So this will be the what you can say compile time polymorphism, that is overloading will be there. So when I will call the add with two parameter, then specifically that function will be called only, and when I will call the add function with three parameters, then that specific function will be called. So this is the concept of the overloading, and this is also known, there are different names also. This is also known as the static binding, early binding. And
Okay, okay,
runtime polymorphism, there is the concept. Suppose if I have one parent and child, and both parent and class and child class, and both has the same what you can say method, same name with the method. And when I create the object of the child class, then what happens that it not calls the parent, it only calls the method that is present
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
child class.
Yeah, yeah.
So in
Okay.
that way, overriding will
Okay.
be there.
Okay. You have known like MySQL. Okay. So can you you have heard like SQL. So can you tell me the basic difference of MySQL and SQLite? Like basic difference. You have come forward to know that these are the two database. So what are the what is the only the basic difference of that?
Yes, so SQLite are used for the small scale application. It has a limit of only 1 GB data that we can use, but MySQL has no such limits, and MySQL can be used for the large scale application. So this is the basic difference. And
This is
also,
like one minute. The basic difference I think I remember it uses the server. Like MySQL is like secured
yes,
and it uses a server, and SQLite is serverless. So basic like one of the main basic differences that only because it is secured and it is a serverless database. And MySQL it is a server and basically it provides a more broader like data types of for the instance. So that's the basic difference. So you should start with that. Okay. What